I'm Sam. I'm from Playbooks team. So I've been talking a lot about Marketo HubSpot migration. And if you've been following me, I already have created videos related to pre-discovery, discovery, and the build phase, more setting an infrastructure, how to decide what needs to be migrated and how to approach your migration. So in this particular video, we will be talking about the delivery phase. Everything is built up. You have set up the infrastructure. Now it needs to be done before you decide to go live. So here are a couple of things. Cool. Here's the thing. So what we have over here is an overview of the measure and the QA phase. So this is the first step. What you need to do is you need to compile your assets, whatever you have done, compile that in one place, start in QA, and then start with scenario testing. We'll go into that into more detail, but a scenario testing is more about, okay, so this is how it's supposed to work, but this is an exactly clone of this process. This was how this was working inside Marketo. Now this is how it's supposed to work inside HubSpot. So testing that, how to test that, and then how to provide a proof of concept of that. So that's more regarding it's interesting. So you can test it and you can just, okay, this was something missing. So let's loop back into the build phase and let's reiterate that. So here's the thing, what I meant by saying is in assets compilation, this is what is, I have all this program names from Marketo, all this in assets and all those related links. And then what I have is in one-on-one comparison between Marketo assets and HubSpot assets. So this is over here, this is an URL of Marketo, and then over here I do have a URL of HubSpot. I can do a one-on-one comparison. Okay, this is something this looks like over this, and this is something this looks like this. It's not more about looking or you looking into more UX thing. It's more about the functionality thing also. Okay, so this was working this inside this way inside Marketo. This was work this way inside HubSpot. Comparing that and providing those statistical details will help you. Now, once that is done, obviously the next steps which comes is the process Q&A and doing the scenario testing. So that are a couple of processes which are an interlink. This is what I meant by in Q&A. So there's no particular framework for this, but this is how I approached it, and maybe you can follow it. But there was one of the partner which we did complete this migration. So they had integration with HubSpot and Salesforce. Previously it was integrated with Marketo and Salesforce, and then it was needed to be integrated with HubSpot. There are various scenarios over here. This is a particular scenario, this was happening inside Marketo. Now this is what will happen inside HubSpot. So having that drawn out can help me to okay, is this process actually working like that or not? So this is what I did is, okay, so I have various scenarios. Maybe someone visits on the website page, someone submits the form, what would happen? So if someone submits the form, so I have a front end over here, which is basically all my HubSpot forms submitted, and that is integrated on the HubSpot landing page. So once that is done, all this process can happen inside backend process happen inside HubSpot. So let's suppose contact gets created inside HubSpot, it gets added to an active list, and then it's what it does is in Salesforce, it checks if it's a new contact or if it's an already existing contact, it will create a new record or not. So that is something what exactly happens, and just cloning that process will help. So now once that is done, is just how what you need to do is you have over here is, okay, so this is maybe not particularly applicable to an integration logic, but okay, so this is something what I meant is, okay, so I submitted a form, I tested it, and I show how this would work. I would preview it. Maybe if it has this follow-up marketing email, sending that particular marketing email and then previewing it and then checking inside a Salesforce, does that record exist or not? So exactly what we talk about the process, testing that process while previewing that test record inside HubSpot and then previewing that inside Salesforce. Okay, so this was HubSpot and Salesforce integrated, and this is what will happen. This was happening inside Marketo. Now this is how this will look inside HubSpot. So there are some minor changes, but changes to be considered because every platform is different. And then based on that, confirming that is more about a scenario testing and a process Q&A. And I highly recommend that because it will help me to analyze, okay, this was the steps which was missing, which we expected Marketo does that, but this is not happening inside HubSpot because it's a functional limitation. So let's fix that. Inside Marketo, HubSpot has a better way to do it. So obviously that's a good thing. It will help us team increase our productivity. So let's train our team on that aspect, which we will be covering on the aspect of in delivery phase or the going live phase is how to train your team, what aspects needed to be considered when you are going live or when you are shutting down the platform.